Hello there, I'm María Alviz Hernando and I am taking over Marian's channel for this Taurus tarot scope for the month of July. I have two tools with me today. I have my pendulum, a pyrite pendulum, and my Smith White Centennial Edition. And what I'm going to do is a 9-card tableau for us Taurus people for this month of July. But before, I would like to begin to test the overall energy of the month so that we can be prepared for how it's going. So this part is going to be a little bit boring, but please stay with me. Let's get started. Okay, so we have had three different movements. It began with a and diagonal line, showing that this month is going to be very straight to the point, a month in which we are going to need focus, in which we are going to be ready to go after our goals, to fulfill any schedules that we have, and there is going to be a small window of opportunity for us to achieve what we aim to achieve. However, that third movement in which the pendulum began to go all over the place suggests that we need to really be focused and pay attention if we want to be able to get into that window of opportunity before it closes, because otherwise, if we are not there to get things done when they need to be done, if we are not there to pay attention and jump into that train, we can get involved into a chaotic environment that does not lead to a satisfactory conclusion. So that is our energy reading. Now let's look into what the month of May has in store for us Taurus people. Okay, shuffling here wasn't a great idea, but truth be told, I don't generally use these fancy things. Just doing it for the sake of Marian's pretty channel. So we have a bit of the clumsy shuffling. See, bad idea. Okay, one more. Here we go. Okay, I very much like this spine in my tableau. As per usual, we are missing the Ace of Wands, because we Taurus people are not particularly fast when it comes to acting, are we? However, the month has this earth energy that we very much love at its core, which reinforces the idea that setting our intentions and bringing things to fruition is a strong possibility for us. We have clarity, we have great ideas. However, when it comes to our general Taurus problem, we have the Emperor and then the Hanged Man, and our inner fire can be put out by this water real quick if we begin to overthink, if we begin to want to plan excessively. So while we have clarity and while we have good ideas this month, and we can also express and communicate such ideas, it is important to take action before that overthinking takes over, to truly take agency over what we are doing, so that we can avoid becoming stagnant in our motion and not really gaining our momentum, right? I like also how the Emperor is knighting this Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups, which suggests that we are the ones who can determine if things are going to actually be set into motion. So it is in our own hands. This is not a blockage that we cannot do something about. And it is also what puts us in charge of the outcome of feeling satisfied and fulfilled and inspired with what we have chosen to do, right? It is a good moment to also collaborate with other people and have others partake of what we have achieved, and take a moment to pat ourselves in the back for what we have done, for what we have failed at too, if necessary, right? Because that is part of what's ultimately going to bring us to a satisfactory outcome. Maybe we did have to fail before, maybe we got caught in our own thoughts before, and that kept us from taking action, but it does not have to necessarily be the case. Even if you don't feel particularly prepared, this is a move forward energy, because fire is what's the least, not necessarily the least present, but it is not positively aspected, particularly, and considering that we have three aces in a diagonal, but we are missing ones. I would say that while these energies or these elements are going to come naturally to us, it is on us to be that fire and to jump over that barrier that we can set for ourselves, with maybe perfectionism, with wanting to feel ready, with wanting to feel like it, which also happens often to us earth signs. And ultimately we are going to be the ones to set that in motion, coming to a very satisfactory, very inspiring conclusion. I would say that particularly if this endeavor has to do with something that is for your spiritual benefit, that is for your self-improvement, that is for yourself on an inner level, but also that helps you reconcile these three energies, is to say your material world is in alignment with your actions. It is going to ultimately lead to also feeling emotionally aligned to that, feeling fulfilled, feeling satisfied with the actions that we have taken and with what we have achieved for the month. So that is my tarot scope for this month of July. I hope that you have a beautiful month ahead, and I will see you soon if you so choose.